An unboxing tonight from the Princeton Corkscrew. They have their summer sale, 15% off a case of wine, so just felt like I went over and bought 12 bottles. Already had my dinner. It was a zucchini parmesan. I wanted something acidic, Chianti Classico, Reserva, something. I didn't have any. I didn't want to open one of my Brunellos. I only have a few. So I had this one a long time ago, Owen Rose Yakima Red. Yakima Valley Red. I guess I just call it Yakima Valley Red Wine. And it's a right bank blend. What does that mean? It's Merlot and Cab Franc heavy. So Merlot 51%, Cab Franc 37, Cab Sauvignon 10, Malbec 2. But the right bank of Bordeaux is Malbec and Cab Franc heavy. Sometimes Merlot heavier than the Cab Franc. Typically the Merlot heavier than the Cab Franc, but it could be the other way around. So sort of is a right bank clone per se out of Washington State. I love Owen Rowe Winery. I think you get a lot of great wines. I love their labels. They have a lot of these old castles from all across Europe on their bottles. I think they're all from Europe. So this being from the Yakima Valley, this is a 2016, and I remember having this wine a long time ago and loving it. Then I had it again. It looks like I had 2013, and I still really liked it. It's a $30 wine. Really over delivers for $30. Really aromatic wine. I think this wine can only get better as it aerates. Was it perfect with the zucchini parm? Not acidic enough, but still very good. Not overly heavy. It looks a little dark. It doesn't taste as dark as it looks. That Cab Franc sort of keeps it in check and adds a little bit of vegetable to all that Merlot plum and just keeps it in a great balance. So really good wine. I'm actually enjoying it far more than I thought I would, and I bought it because I just remember the first time I had it I loved it, second time I had it I was okay, now this time I really like it again. I think I'll try to buy it one more time, probably, just to see. So I went with this tonight. Solid. I wonder if I need more of the Pirouette. That Washington Bordeaux blend that I loved. That was made. Who was the Rockstar wine? Oh, Melka. Philomelka. Yeah, I wonder if I have any more of that. I bought a case of that, but I drank that stuff quick. So, I said in my last video I needed to buy some more Burgundies. White and red, specifically red. I have a minimal amount of light reds. I definitely need some more Sangioveses in this house for these dishes like this that are acidic. Sauces, things like that. So I bought a number of high acid, lighter reds. Might be high acid. So plenty of Barolos and Barbarescos, which I've said is my favorite, but the whole region that those are in is the Langhe. And in the Langhe, they can, use Nebbiolo, but it's not in the Barbaresco, so it's not in that area, so you get a much cheaper. Ilio Grosso is a great producer. Nebbiolo, 2020, very young. Call this a baby Barolo? Maybe. I think this was $29. We'll see how it tastes. So Langhe Nebbiolo, I suspect it'll be just a little less elegant, a little less refined, maybe a little lighter, and will go perfectly with salmon or a dish like I just had. If I had this in my wine fridge, I maybe would have had it. I wanted to do the unboxing. So that's wine number one. And I grabbed a good one. So Sauvignon Le Bon, Les Vergaleses Premier Cru. So this is Dubreuil Fontaine. So I had this white wine, the PV, Pernod Vergaleses, and it was awesome. So I saw this Premier Cru from Sauvignon Le Bon, and $45 for this one. One of the more expensive ones I bought the other day, 2017. We'll see how this is. So Pinot Noir, Premier Cru. I said, you might not need to know anything about Burgundy. You see Premier Cru, you're going to get a good wine. You're going to pay a little more, 40, 50, 60 plus, depending on the village, the vineyard, all that. So excited to try that, of course. And then I bought a number of what I would call bargain Burgundies. So Cote de Nuit Village, Terre Burgundes 2017, Domaine Petitot, no idea, know nothing about it, $29. And we'll see how it is. I bought a number of wines just like this, just to see, can I find a diamond in the rough? A a Burgundy that just over-delivers. And because of all these riper vintages, maybe not having to buy Premier Cru, well, certainly Grand Cru more money, but just going for it. You know, with a few of those $20 ones I've had recently, I feel like there's a lot of good ones out there. I bought a Greek red wine, and Xinomavro is the grape. This mostly is associated and compared to Nebbiolo, ironically, one of my favorite grapes. And this one was, I think, $32. Yes, so a very expensive Greek red. Most Greek reds are not that expensive. Greek wines in general aren't that expensive. They're coming up a little bit in price, especially the Assyrtiko, which is a white grape. That is a razor sharp acidic white. That I've seen come up and up and up in price lately. They're very, very acidic. I feel like they take the enamel off your teeth. They're so acidic. I like them. I can't drink a ton of it. So anyway, I try Xinomavro every so often because I just love Nebbiolo. They compare it to Nebbiolo. I don't know anything about this winery. It's a 2017 here. Heavy bottle, $32, hefty price for a Greek red. And I'm just hoping for good things. So we'll see. We shall see. Give it another shot. What else do we got? Sparkler. So La Petite Roche Saumur out of the Loire Valley. This is actually made primarily, if I'm not mistaken, Chenin Blanc 80%, Chardonnay 20%. I'm definitely sure I've never had or that I remember having sparkling wine made primarily from the Chenin Blanc grape, which I do love, white wine, and we'll give it a shot. And it says made in the traditional champagne style. So, oh, what was the price? I forget. Not a lot though. Let's say it was in the 20s. What do we got? So, this was a little more money. Yep. I've had a few great, amazing Burgundies recently, and they were all from Volnay. So as soon as I saw Volnay de Fontaine, and I know the producer now, I had the white, now I have this one, the Sauvigny Le Bon Premier Cru. This is from Volnay, so in the Beaune, Côte de Beaune, $55, 2018. I'm just expecting great things. Just becoming a big fan of Volnay, and maybe that's just one of the villages that I'm just, and communes that I'm a really big fan of. I'm gonna do these together. Let's see if ironically I just grabbed them both. So, in the Loire Valley, Cab Franc, and Chinon is probably the most prevalent region for Cab Franc. There's a few other regions, Saint Nicolas de Bourgogne. So this Domaine Le Pen, I've had this in the past, and I really liked it. This is the 2019. I'm pretty sure I had a younger vintage, but $17. And this wine was awesome. Lighter red, Cab Franc, really tastes great. Really great wine. A really great under $20 wine. And I hope it over-delivers like it did the last few times I bought it. This one from Bourgogne, $24. Old Vines, Ville Vigne, 2018. Same thing. Another Cab Franc from Loire, from Bourgogne. Hopefully it does well. And I think I bought, oh, this isn't it. So, Bourgogne Haute Côte de Beaune. So, in the Côte d'Or, there's Côte de Nuit, which is north, Côte de Beaune, which is south, and the 20, this is a $29 wine, 2019. This has to be from the Beaune, and it's probably mixed Pinot Noirs that are just in the Côte de Beaune. So it's not Chalonnaise, it's not Maconnais, it's just Haute Côte de Beaune. So it's a slight level above just standard Burgundy. And typically you get a pretty good quality wine, especially in a good vintage. And like I said, the last bunch of years have been great. So another one I don't know anything about, the producer Agnes Paquette. We'll give it a shot. And $29. So not cheap, but sort of entry level Burgundy, in my opinion. Another one, this one's Haute Côte de Nuit, so the northern part of Côte d'Or. This one's a little more ornate on the bottle. Was it more money? No, actually less, $24, 2019. Domaine Thibodeau Lebrun. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure what any of these are going to taste like. I'm just hoping, hey, these are Pinot Noirs from Burgundy and some great vintages. And I haven't been disappointed recently at all. And I just need some of those in the cellar, like I mentioned. So, okay. Sauvignon. So I love Sauvignon. In the Loire, this is probably my favorite place for Chenin Blanc. Vouvray is probably the most popular place for Chenin Blanc. A lot of them are sweet, sparkling, whatever. There's also dry. Sauvignon, I believe, makes the most age-worthy. That is where Coulis de Sorrent from Nicolas Joly is from. The ones that I have that I absolutely love. One of my favorite whites, if not my favorite white I've ever had. Just very different and can age for a very long time. Those are 2009s in there. So 2019, and this was $39. So a high-quality Sauvignon, I'm hoping. And we'll see how it is. I am expecting a lot from it. And I do love Chenin Blanc as a white grape. And it ages just amazingly well. Did I buy two of these? No. This is a little different. So another Premier Cru. So Pernod Le de Vergaleses Premier Cru. So from the same producer, little bit different. Ile des Vergaleses, $49 for this one. So another, you're paying for Premier Cru. $50, probably minimum. So another higher quality level of Burgundy. And we'll see how it is. Again, expecting great things with a nice decant, with a nice meal. Having salmon tomorrow, so I'm pretty darn sure I'm opening up one of these. So that's all 12 plus the Owen Row that I'm drinking now. Washington State. I mean, I think everything here was just French, right? Did I just go 1 Greek, 11 French, Loire and Burgundy? That was it. So Loire, Burgundy, one Italian as well. So mostly Loire Valley, France, Burgundy, France, one from the Loire, one from the Langhe, and the Miolo. That's it. That was, I promised that what I needed. Now I realize I need some Sangiovese, because I just believe Sangiovese and the way that Italian wine tastes with sauces is just unbeatable. I do need to still look into buying a bunch of 2016s. I'm going to buy about 10 2016s. It's going to cost me a few bucks of Brunello, just because that vintage is so amazing. Best in 30 years. They're all going to lay down for a number of years. I mean, they're already 5 years old, but those are some of the Brunello aging rules, barrel and bottle, before they go and hit the market. But they're hitting the market now, so I'm just going to go to a store. I guess I should just buy a case, probably, because then they'll get a discount. And if that's the case, I will do that. They didn't have a ton of Brunello at Princeton Corkscrew, so I'm suspecting I'm going to have to do it from a different store. Or I could get a case discount, but also get a good variety of them. Altesino, Piccolini, is just a number that I typically buy. Serpicenti, I think there's some others. Bonfi, I'd love to get a Bonfi 2016 for sure. So it's just 4 right off the top of my head. La Serena, 5 off the top of my head that I definitely want. Volta Cava, 6. So now I already still have 6 producers of Brunello that I absolutely want. I don't even care if those are big producers or not. I've always enjoyed those 6 labels for sure. There's definitely some others I will most likely want as well. I know Gaia makes one too, a Brunello that's not overly priced. And normally Angelo Gaia's wines are extremely expensive. So that's it for tonight. I'm gonna have a little bit more of the Owen Row, probably with a little bit of cheese. Solid wine, 4 out of 5 with vino. I bet you it'll be better tomorrow. I could just tell it's already opening up more and more. What I don't want to do is turn green, but it's not turning green. It's actually expressing itself even more as it's been open. I mean, for $30, this is a really great wine for $30. I almost think it maybe By tomorrow, we'll see. It might jump up to 4.5 because I can imagine this. You decant this, it'll even express itself more, show itself a little bit more. It's a good wine. I think Owen Rowe makes really great wine in general, and their labeling is awesome too. They make some great Syrah. I forget what else they make, but I know Syrah for sure. Do they do 100% Cab Franc? I think they do 100% Cab Franc somewhere too, but all over the place tonight. That's how it goes. Have a little cheese with the wine. Let's call it a night.